Hello and welcome back to my craft room. Well, I was just heading up to my craft room for a busy day when the postman rang and this parcel was delivered. Now, there's no clue. It says online seller on there. I can't think of anything I've ordered. I don't know what this is. So I thought, well, I'll open this on camera. If it turns out to be some like washing up sponges or something. So I get my eco-friendly washing up sponges and things online as well. Then you'll never get to see this video. Should we go to the desk and find out? I got my cup of coffee here. I'm having a very late start to the day. It's actually it's 11 o'clock because I didn't realise I was sat there sewing my stitchery swap squares and hadn't realised it was 4 a.m. until my husband came down and said, "Are you coming to bed any time?" I was so engrossed. I was watching scary movies and having a lovely time. Find a pair of scissors. Just starting to get used to where everything is since I tidied up. Oh! Wow! Well, I've got to come back up here now before I open this. Oh, nice! So, a little while ago, just recently I've had a couple of those companies based in mainland China who've approached me and said, would you like to have some free products to open and review, show your viewers if you like. There's no sort of pressure or anything. I do, like, if I'm going to review something, I want it to be an honest review, and they just let me pick whatever I liked. So the first thing I picked, this particular company, they are called Paint Some Way. I'm going to put it here, paintsomeway.com, and I'll put a link to them in the description box if you want to check them out. They do post worldwide, I believe, but obviously you would have to pay postage. But I noticed there's lots of things coming up saying if you spend over so much, the postage is free. There's lots of special offers all over the place. So yeah, I to be honest, I haven't had a very careful look at them. I just went through to find some pieces that I fancied doing. So the first thing that I wanted was these little embroidered clutch purses, which I thought looked amazing, but apparently they're out of stock. They do a lot of things like they do a lot of cross stitch, but I've already got a cross stitch to do, and they do a lot of diamond art, which I've done in the past and quite enjoyed, but I'm not really into doing anymore. So, and to be honest, it's all a bit plasticky for me. So so I went through, and they have other things like other crafts that you can do as well, all kinds of things. I will put the website there for you to have a look. But what I thought I'd ask them for, because it's something I just don't have and would like to try, is wax sealing stuff. I thought I could use it for packing stuff up when I ever put anything in my Etsy shop again. If I ever get around to it, or for sealing Christmas gifts and cards and things as well. So I thought it's something I quite fancy doing, and I had some really nice ones. It took me ages to choose which I wanted because it was a massive choice. It's obviously quite a big thing there. So should we have a look then? This is completely honest because they didn't get back to me and say, I went back to them and said, okay, then what about these? And they never came back and confirmed that they were sending them. So I just put it out my mind. I'm busy. And I promise you, if it's rubbish, I will tell you. So these are some of the wax pellets. I was hoping that they would be true to the colour on the screen, and they are. I just thought this was such a beautiful colour. I'll have a closer look at them in a minute. This is a little mini stove that you put a nightlight in. I think it's called like a furnace or something on the website. I liked it because I've just taken this talking about plastic. This plastic, but the whole thing arrives, as with all of these kind of companies, the whole thing just arrives in a plastic bag like this. So I think I'd be a bit wary of ordering anything really fragile. Although I assume if it was that fragile, they'd put it in a box. I don't know. Yeah, so I thought this was really sweet. It's very simple. I like that it's made of wood. It's just wood and metal, and so is this. And you just put a little nightlight there, stand this over it, and you can, and that rests there really nicely. That's very convenient. I'm actually quite impressed with that, I have to say. And you just drop your wax pellets in here. Let's take a couple out so you can see these. Sniff test. They don't really smell of anything actually. I love that colour, that kind of, as always with my camera, it's showing a bit more blue than it is. It's actually slightly greener in real life, I'd call it a jadey kind of green. I thought it was really pretty. So I would just put that in there, and that'll probably be enough to do one seal. I think you can do this with, I want to have a bit of an experiment. You can use rubber stamps to do these seals, and I thought I might have a go at carving some myself as well. So we'll see. Oh, it's another pack of these in this bright pink. So again, I'm thinking if I used them on my, instead of stickers on my packaging, I think these colours would be really nice. They appeal to me anyway. What's this one? I'm leaving the biggest thing till last. Oh yes, I've got about this. Now, how do I get in? I feel like I'm doing this little review a bit, sort of going off a bit half cock really, because I just wasn't ready for it, because they never came back and actually confirmed they were sending them. They obviously just went ahead and sent what I asked for, which is rather lovely. So this is made to screw into a handle. You know, you get these, they're a bit like this, the things that you use, and I'm hoping the other thing I've got is gonna. So this one is a clock face. I don't know how. Here we go, which I thought would be quite fun, because one of the things you can do is do the wax seal, let it set, and then you can use a metallic pen over the top to pick up the details. So I'll try that in a bit. I don't like the plastic. There's a lot of plastic wrapping here. I want that bag, the outer bag, I will be able to reuse. I tend to keep these cartons because I think if I ever do want to put anything in them, you know, when I'm sending my art swaps off and I want to put them inside something to protect them, maybe I would reuse that. At least if you reuse it, you don't feel so bad about all the plastic. But that, you know, I can see they need to protect it, but you know, I'd rather it wrapped in a bit of tissue or something. But you know, this is the main thing. Fantasy gift set. Light up your life. Nice box, nice quality box. In a minute, I will go on the website and just tell you how much these things were. That's quite nicely presented. Now you've got this, which of course I've now got repeated, but that's okay because I might want one with one colour in and one with the other colour in. I do love how they just sit so nicely in there. They just sit there perfectly. I can imagine there might be other things I would use this for as well. Then I've got the lovely little glass pot with all these little pastel coloured wax beads in. Cute. Cute. And a couple of the night lights, because what this didn't come with was the stove thing, so did it need this extra bit of plastic? That's my only quibble with this really. And then here's I wasn't actually sure what the image was going to be, but that's quite nice. It's one of these little flower things I quite like. Let's just get rid of this plastic. I mean, I'm not going to probably keep it in that box for long. It's just a presentation box, but it's a nice enough box that I will probably end up keeping it when I get a sturdy box. I tend to keep it because I'll use it to wrap a gift at some point. So I'll take this inside out. So what have we got in the way of waste? We've got this foam. This is what I end up doing. That will end up getting thrown away. This will be recycled. This I'll keep because it might be useful. That I'll keep because it might be useful. I could actually, yeah, I can find a use for that. That's my only quibble, because the prices were really good. I will look those up a minute for you. So I'm getting offers coming up now, like spend £24.61. That's probably, I think they're mainly in American dollars, so that's probably a translation from $30 or something, I don't know off the top of my head. Get one free, and spend $49, get free postage. There's a Black Friday thing coming up. Shipping fee, get 70% off. Yeah, there's lots of multiple buy offers. I'm just trying to work out how to get this. Oh, there we are. It's automatically put itself into pounds now. It must have recognised that I'm in this country somehow. Okay, so this set is £5.73, which I think is pretty good. Quite happy with that. This one is actually looks slightly. I thought it when I first looked at it, I thought that doesn't look like quite what I remember. It's similar, but slightly different to the one I ordered. Very, very similar though. Anyway, that's £2.45 that piece, and the furnace. This little stove is £3.27. These are £1.63. Yeah, there's a bit at the top where you can change. There's a drop down. You can change the language and you can change the currency. So we've got United States dollars, euros, obviously UK pounds, Canadian dollars, Australian dollars, and South African rand. There's nothing about New Zealand, and there's nothing about sort of other parts of the world. I can't see that they say anyway what the postage is going to be. I guess you would find that out at checkout. In my experience before, it was something like with another company, it was like around £5 to have stuff sent here. So if you bought enough, it would be worth it. And also there are so many offers and things here, you could probably balance out the postage, I guess. I'm quite unprepared for this because, as I say, I didn't realise that it was definitely going to come through. I'm very happy with them. I would say that's not extraordinarily cheap like some of these things that you get from these Chinese companies, but having said that, they're really nice. They're really nice quality. I'm very happy with it. Shall I just try? Yes. So what I'm hoping is that this is like a universal kind of handle. Yeah. So, you know, if you didn't have your furnace, you could just use, as they, you know, which is what this is designed for, you could just light the little nightlight candle and just hold your thing over it. But I think it's convenient to be able to just rest that there and leave that melting while I'm doing whatever else I'm doing. And I think I will probably use this a lot. I'm just wondering whether to just light it up now and see how it works. Like my little night light. So as I say, this is where you could just hold it until it melts. I guess it probably won't be too long, but it is nice to have this little thing to stand it over, so that's what I'm going to do. And what I'll do is I'll try some of these. No, I'm going to go with this baby blue. It's quite cute. I'm not sure how many you need to make a seal. No instructions or anything because it's pretty obvious really, isn't it? I feel like I'm going to want... The jar is probably more pretty than practical, but it is pretty. And I will use that again as well. Just all beads in or something. Okay, so I'm going to just start these melting. See, I could have been leaving that melting while I was fiddling with this one. So I'm going to watch the time now to see how long that takes. So I'll speed this through. Use this pretty little stirring stick that Johnny sent me in a new box. It's nice just to be able to leave it resting there while you know, getting your wrapping ready or whatever you're doing. It's melting down pretty quickly. And I'll try this one with this green, and I'll try this one with the blue. Oh, that's very satisfying. Look at that. Nice. So, it's less than a minute. Never done this before, so no idea what I'm doing. So imagine that's over the join in my, you know, the seal on my envelope or whatever. That was 3 pellets, wasn't it? And I'm just going to stamp this down. I've no idea if I'm supposed to now leave it till it goes cold or whatever. I maybe should look this up first. As I say, completely unprepared. Oh, it's left nothing there. I will probably get better at making it more central. There. Very happy with that. Oh, now this is getting a bit overheated because I've left just a little bit there. Ouch. That gets hot, that bit, obviously. Okay, let's melt that one. Meanwhile, leave that melting while I change this. Ah, it's quite cute. Oh, if any of you watching are my swapsters, you might find little seals appear on your swaps. I might make it a bit fat, but we'll have to see. Certainly for the art swap. And I guess to clean this out, I would just, while it's still melted, I'd get a bit of tissue or something. But if I was doing a whole lot, I'd just keep adding to it so as not to waste it. Yeah, it seems to just take less than a minute for them to melt. So I've got 4 this time. This might be too many of these. I thought these were slightly smaller beads. This is more of an opaque looking. That one's quite, almost got like a marbly look through it. It's really pretty. Thinking maybe this is a really big thing in China, using these, because there was a huge range of this stuff. Oh, impatient. I think if you were doing a whole lot, once you've got it going, you just keep dropping, you know, another pellet in as you run out, and you get used to how much you need to pour on. That wasn't bad though, that amount that I poured on the first time. Pretty sort of baby blue colour. The spoon's sort of flat bottomed, so it sits quite well. Oh look, I've not got a very round thing there. Never mind, let's see what happens. Yeah, I need some practice. I'm kind of feeling like maybe you should leave it until this bit looks almost set. I'll see if there's any tutorials out once I finish doing this. Okay, that looks like now it's kind of gone slightly dull around the edge, which implies to me that it's started to set, so I'm going to move it. Oh yeah, fantastic. The detail's amazing. There we go. So this is where apparently you can take blow that out now. You can take a metallic pen. I need to find a metallic pen. I'm going to have to try this. Yeah, I probably want one with a bigger nib that I could just swipe right over. But the idea is that you just run it over the surface and it just picks up the surface pattern. Yeah, it needs to be one with the. If I wasn't so lazy, I'd go and get it now. It needs to be one with like a chisel nib or whatever, and you just run it over the whole surface. That is not a great example, but I think that will show you kind of what I mean, that you can end up picking up the surface design in a metallic effect, which I think, yeah, I think that's why I picked this particular design, because I thought it would work well like that. So I'll probably use the green or the pink and find a chunky gold marker and try that a bit later. But for my first goes, I was impressed with how easy that was. I was a bit not sure how to do this, but actually it was very easy. So I might have another go in a minute and take a photo of a bit better attempt at that. In which case I'll share it on the Facebook and in the Discord so you can see. So thank you very much to paintsomeway.com for sending me those. I'm going to really enjoy using them, and I think probably, as I say, any of you who are art swapping with me might find a few of those popping up in the post sometime soon over the next few weeks. Thanks very much for joining me for that unexpected unbagging. I hope you enjoyed it or found it useful. I will see you again really soon. There are going to be a lot of videos coming out over the next few weeks, one way and another. There's a lot in the pipeline, so I hope you don't get too fed up with me. You can always just like whiz through and put me on mute, it's fine. I don't know. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you again really soon.